Hi, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel. This is the Sunday night topic-free, no topic live stream. Well, we are going to talk about my crazy Christmas week. It has been insane. Hi, Tanya. Welcome to my channel tonight. I appreciate you being here. I have to say that doing this live stream is like a breath of fresh air. Things have been so crazy around my house that I totally forgot that it was Wednesday the other day. For some reason, I had in my mind that like Wednesday was Tuesday and all kinds of stuff. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry to have missed the stream. So it's just been totally crazy. But I figure we'll talk about the Christmas Crazy Week, the YouTube Purge, just different topics, follow some rabbit trails, figure out what's on your mind and stuff. But now that this week is over, I can relax and I can enjoy Christmas. I hope everybody else is enjoying Christmas. It's a good season, but it does give me hives, not literally, but figuratively, because every year at this time of year, it is my busiest week. I've got so much to do. And I'm not necessarily talking about, hi, Spider-Man the hero, welcome. Yeah. And I'm not necessarily talking about like all the average stuff, but because of helping out with the benevolence fund here and a couple of church things, it's been crazy. But the good result is, 2 kids are now getting Christmas presents. I found out today, I find out about another one, so I got to go back and do a little bit of shopping. But other than those situations, I had shopping done. But on top of shopping for them, we had the little hurricane. Why am I saying hurricane? We had the little earthquake here a few days, and it derailed us. It's helping people with some of their things around the houses, in addition to shopping for the kids. But shopping for the kids, I gotta say, is a lot of fun. But it's been a long time since I have been 12, and it's been a longer time since I've been 10. So trying to decide what to get for a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old that you don't know, who didn't give you any ideas of what to get, has been a little insane. So this third girl is about the same age. So children, not kids. I do use the term children. I actually got fussed at about using the term children. And I was informed that children are under the age of 5. Now, this is said to me by an 11-year-old. And so I don't know if that's accurate or not. But so now I'm in the habit of saying kids. So yeah, whatever's right, maybe I should just say youngsters. Maybe that would work. No, under 18. Yep. I should have, I was actually in this same conversation informed that adulthood starts at 16. And I will not tell you when she said old age started, but it was very, 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 very young. I guess that, when we go to school, when we're under a certain age, I guess we think of every adult we see as being old. And I think that's what she was getting at. But anyway, got them squared away, helped with 2 Christmas fundraisers this week. And I had to make a quick overnight trip out of town. So I'm totally sorry about missing the live stream. One of our church fundraisers, it's for the mission team, because the place that we're going to in Alaska this year, they need to have some work done and around their church, and they can't afford the materials. So what we're having to do is we're having to raise $1,000 to send to them to help pay for the materials that they need so they can fix their building. And we're going to be doing some wood cutting. And they use that wood to give people who need it for heat during the coldest months of the year. So, like, I know how to use a chainsaw, right? But, that's what they're doing. And so to help with that, one of the fundraisers was making cookies. And hey, I see we've got a bunch of people watching right now. We've got 7. You all just go ahead and dive into the chat room and get some conversation going. We've got Tanya Lambert, Spider-Man the Hero. They're great folks, so hop on in. And of course, don't forget to give me a like, okay? Hit that thumbs up. So anyway, we made cookies and sold them for a fundraiser. So don't they look delicious? Yeah, they are. But it was totally crazy because we made 1,000 cookies. How's that? Well, just right under 1,000, but like 994 or something like that if you want to get technical. But close enough. I'm going to count that as 1,000. So 3 different kinds: chocolate chip, white chocolate peppermint, and sugar cookies. So it was fun, but it was a long day. And on top of all of that, we did the hanging of the greens at church. And guess whose job it was to get the Christmas tree? So thank you, Tanya, for that like. I appreciate it. And I would be glad to send you some cookies. I don't know how the Postal Service does that. But I have no clue. But actually, we only got 6 because we're trying to watch the sugar. Oh, no, don't worry about that. I'm not. Doug does that very, very, very well. So I'm definitely not trying to be Doug here. Doug does a fabulous job with that. So this is a one-shot deal, 1,000 cookies. So, and on top of all that, I'm the one that was responsible for getting the Christmas tree for church. And for the past few years, I've gone out and I've been able to get a live one. But with everything that was going on this week, I forgot to get the live Christmas tree. So we had one of ours downstairs. And I remember this at 9 p.m. last night. And I'm like, it's all time has just slipped. So I told my husband, I'm like, go downstairs, get the Christmas tree that's down there, and I'll just take it. So I walk into church this morning. Hey, Melissa. Oh, you like the headband? Okay. I thought it would be fun. Something different. So, yeah. So anyway, I go in today to church, and they're like, we don't have a Christmas tree. And I'm like, here, it's in this box. Little assembly required. But, I've made a couple of comments about Christmas. And this is the crazy week that has me, this past week has been the crazy week that I enjoy it, but I dread it every year. And frankly, part of the reason why I dread it is because I hate to hear about kids that don't have Christmas toys. And a big part of being a child is having Christmas presents. So, hold on just a second. What you doing? Please don't tell me I have somebody at the door. Tomlin just went running to the door. It's probably my husband. Anyway, he's still at church. So, yeah, but this past week is the week that I enjoy, but I hate hearing about kids that don't have Christmas. So, and I got another little girl today, and we're trying to get some stuff now for her. So, I have an 11-year-old to shop for who I just did the 10 and 12 last week, and I have no idea what the right gifts are. And keep in mind, like my budget keeps shrinking. But what do kids this age like? They said no Barbies. The girls did. Or the last two girls that I shopped for, and that was like the only clue that I had. But apparently, for the last several Christmases, they've gotten Barbies. And their Christmases come from like agencies and churches. And I guess that's the hot thing. But yeah, and that's actually what prompted the conversation about children versus kids versus old age. So, and by the way, old age starts at 25. If you want to believe a 10-year-old. I thought about gift cards, Tanya, but the only problem that I have with gift cards for this population is the parents will sometimes take them and sell them. And I try to get something from a store that the parents can't take the stuff back. Or, oh, Spider-Man the Hero says, happy birthday to you. His birthday is tomorrow. Yay, Spider-Man. So how old are you going to be? Or how young are you going to be, I should say. Stuffed animals or clothes. I may go that route. What I did for the other two, and I really don't know if I should get the same thing or not. So I may go with a stuffed animal. What I did for the other two was I got them a little rock painting kit from Hobby Lobby and some little art supplies. They seemed to like it. Last year when I got some, it was a different type of stuff. Last year, what I did for them, or for two girls for Christmas, was I went and got a pack of computer paper, the 500 sheet computer paper, and lots of art supplies, lots and lots. And I was just throwing art supplies in their bags, and they liked it. So, yeah, and see, that's the thing. This 11-year-old has 4 other brothers. So, but apparently they've got, and I don't understand this all, but apparently the brothers have Christmas worked out and they don't. Spider-Man the Hero says 40 something. Well, we'll just go with the 40. You don't have to worry about the something. Congratulations. Happy 40th. And I'm with you. I think old age starts at 117. I'm good with that. So, Tanya, I like the idea of the stuffed animal for the kids. I may go with that. I think that, because I need something different. And if I, oh, what's the matter, Tomlin? Come here, boy. He's at the door whining. I don't know. But anyway, it's insane. So any suggestions you guys have on what to get? I like, Tanya, I like the idea of the stuffed animals. Board games would probably be good. I actually had not thought about board games. So that would probably be good because she's got the other brothers. And I don't know how the brothers are taken care of and she's not. I don't get that. Like, how do you how do you provide for 4 and then you leave one out? So I don't know. Girly stuff I might do. I kind of toyed. I didn't think about nails, but I did think about some girly stuff. So those are some good. I may go with a board game and then some girly stuff. So Spider-Man, what are you going to do for your birthday? Tanya asked, and I'm with Tanya. Yeah. And hang on just a second. Hello. Hello. There's my husband coming in. I thought so. Where did Melissa go? Is Melissa still here? Melissa, if you're still here and have Christmas ideas, let me know. Just type them in down there. Hi. Don't laugh at Mike. He's laughing at my reindeer. Why are you laughing at my reindeer?
They're very festive.
You're something else. I got my drink too.
You are sick.
I love Santa. So I'm telling everybody, now that the craziness of last week is done, I can relax. See, now I'm in the Christmas mood. At least I am until I drop and break the mug. So I'm going to put it down.
Bah humbug.
Yeah, bah. Yeah, what you just did. Go away. Yeah, go. So sorry about that. I took Archer to see Santa. He asked for toy balls and a big bone. Good for Archer. Good for him. Did he ask for stuffed animals too? He should ask for stuffed animals. Tomlin loves shredding them. That's his big thing. And we gave him an elf on the shelf, and he got into that one. I no longer have the elf on the shelf, but that's okay. And Spider-Man is going to go to a movie for his birthday, and he says, guess what movie, and go out to eat. I don't even know what movies are out right now. My husband probably does. Husband, what movies are out right now?
Oh, I want to go see Aquaman, and I want to go see Mortal Engines.
He wants to go see Mortal Engines and Aquaman.
And I'm looking forward to Alita.
What is Alita?
It's a
Supreme Court justice, right?
No, that's Alito. You're close, but not quite. It's a movie about battling robots.
Battling robots. Okay. Yeah, thank you. You can leave now.
Oh.
Okay, battling robots, they say. Mortal Engine is looking to be cool. I hear that the Grindelwald movie was pretty not good. So, hey, we got Trash Bag Fashion Lover has joined us. Hi. I'm doing well. How are you? And Tanya wants to see Aquaman. There you go. One thing, Tanya, about your service dog, I have not tried this yet, but I'm thinking about when we go to the movies with him next time, I'm thinking about putting a little glow-in-the-dark stick or something on him so people can see him. I haven't decided if I'm going to try that or not. So, Trash Bag Fashion Lover says, I'm good and wearing unused plastic garbage bags as a shirt and pants. Good for you. Spider-Man the Hero says, hint, hint, hint. I don't know. What's a hint? Oh, she says, bring a blanket at the movie. Floors are sticky. Okay, I haven't run into sticky floors, but that's a good point. And a blanket may help Tomlin be spotted. Because the thing with Tomlin is he's a black dog, but he's not a solid black dog. And he actually blends in better than when we just owned little black dogs, because black dogs left an outline. And he blends in, he's got the tan coloring and stuff. So he blends in with the black, the tan, the trash on the floor, wherever we go. So, yeah. So, trash bag fashion lover, I'm proud of you for getting that done. I want to make a bag out of the bags, one that's sturdier and I can put more things in. But hopefully, I thought I would have it finished by the first week of December. That was my big goal. And so I'm hoping now for January because it's amazing. But that's my current big goal, to have that. I want to make it a purse, not just another, reusable bag. So hopefully I'll get it done. That's my big goal. I've got my squares. It'll happen someday. It's just I'm hoping for sooner rather than later is the thing. So, and Spider-Man is saying the new I should have gotten that. The new cartoon movie Spider-Man. Now, I would not have gotten it as far as Spider-Man because I didn't know there was, as far as it being a cartoon, because I didn't know there was another cartoon out. But nice. Well, I hope you have fun. So, yeah. Yeah. And don't give up on me, trash bag fashion lover. I'm going to get there. It's just going to take longer than I thought it was going to. Set that down so I don't drop it. And, that those bags probably would have made good Christmas gifts if I get enough done. Thank you. I'm glad you're persistent. Oh, yeah. We I think I've told you we took some of the plastic bags and we're working on a mat for the homeless. Maybe I could use that for a little mat to put Tomlin on at the movies. So, Spider-Man, you'll have to fill us in on how that movie is. Poor Archer never saw a Santa before. Aw. Well, he got two this year. And it looked like he saw the Santa Claus next to traffic. And it's kind of hard, with dogs and traffic, it's a little challenging. So that said a lot to me about Archer and his training, that he was able to do that and to do that so calmly. So, yeah. Is this screen breaking up a little bit? Let me see if I have. I'm going to make sure my phone's not downloading something because it's on the bandwidth. Which it shouldn't be. Okay. I'm taking Z phone off as a bandwidth. Hopefully that'll help. Crossing fingers. Nope. It reconnected. I'll turn my Wi-Fi off. So hopefully that'll help a little bit because it's one thing that doesn't draw. So. So, all right. Hopefully it's going to stay off now. I'm just kind of looking at it. Is that? Well, it looks like the screen did clear up. So I'm good. I think it looks like it's better. Anyway, I hope it is. And let's see, we were just joined by somebody else. And don't forget, I need likes on the live stream. Please like it. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And let's see, who all has come in? We have got Legendary Michael. Hi, welcome to the stream. And I've got, who else came in? Laurel Stewart. Hi, Laurel. Good to see you. Yes, please do smash that like button. And let's see, we have Stellar Piper in. So hi, Stellar. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And yes, don't forget to smash the like button because it's very appreciated. So yeah, Stellar, I was just catching everybody up on my mad dash Christmas week. So, and yeah, I do try to keep up with the live chat. Sometimes it takes a minute to refresh. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. We have been joined by a Tomlin. Hello, Tomlin. I want to show you off. Ta-da. Say hi, Tomlin. He's like, here you go. Whoops. What are you doing? What are we doing? He's like, never mind. I'm out of here. Are you leaving me? Or are you staying? I think he's going to sit tight. Okay. Good boy. I'll move this. I'll move this out of your way. I'm going to put this back. Okay. Good boy. Are you going to sit on my foot? Okay. That'll keep my foot warm. And that's one thing about Huskies. They do a good job keeping your feet warm. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah. Oh, Laurel, I'm sorry you had a rough 2 months. So Archer got on the good list, and that's Tanya's service dog. And he's got a present, which is great. And, oh, the mini washing machine. How do you like that? Did you get one? It's been a huge blessing for me. Laurel, I hope you're doing better. Fluff. Thank you, Tomlin. I heard the cheese wrapper, huh? False alarm. Oh, false alarm. He's going to hate that. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome news. I think it's a huge help. And guys, what we're talking about is the little washing machine that I did the video on that I use for camping and in the van and traveling and everything. So it's great. It's the one that washes and it has a spin dryer. Huge help. And Laurel, I do think Spider-Man the Hero is here. He was a minute ago. It's actually his birthday tomorrow. But yeah, he's here. Or at least he was. So Spider-Man, if you're still here, just type something in the chat. Laurel's asking about you. Oh, Tanya was worried about the live reindeer. That's a good point. Service dogs and other animals, you know how your service dog's going to respond, but you don't know how other animals are going to respond. So there are some places where you just can't take them. Like technically they allow them, and like at the zoo, they will often allow service dogs, but do you really want to walk by a tiger cage with a dog? You know, it's there's a few places where, yeah, you can take them, but it's just not smart. So good call on that one. I agree. So, Laurel, I'm glad you're doing better because back problems they're just not good. You know, and that can really, I think that like with my back problem, it caused my leg to quit working. So, you got to take care of that. I'm glad you're doing a lot better. There's Spider-Man the hero. Spider-Man, Laura was asking about you. Yes, you are, Tanya, and it takes a while. It's a friendship, and being friends with a dog, even a service dog, it just takes a little bit of time there. So, oh, I bumped my mouse and almost. I hope I didn't just put Stellar Piper in timeout. Stellar, if you're still here, type something. She's going to be so mad at me if I timed her out. It's going to be bad. Oh, there she is. Okay. I'm sorry. So it looks like I did not put you in timeout. So that's good. And Spider-Man the hero is saying hello. See, where did Michael go? Is Legendary Michael still here? Oh, I see a comment saying, "Oh, cute," about the dog. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. He's actually my service dog. So, except when he hears cheese wrappers or whatever he thinks is cheese wrappers, he is gone. Yes, Stella, you're not in timeout. Woo, good. So, Legendary Michael, did you get the best choice washer or one of the others? Ah, okay. I hate that. Phones always go down at the worst times. Spider-Man, thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great birthday tomorrow. And I hope you have a good Christmas as well. So. And Stellar says hers is at 16. Woo! Laurel's got the new Samsung Galaxy S9. Legendary Michael's got a 13-pound one with a spin dryer. That's great because you'll be able to put a lot in it. So Spider-Man, have a great birthday. And the washer is great for all kinds of situations. I talked to somebody the other day who, and I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but she was sneaking it into her dorm. So she got it, and she's enjoying it. And certainly camping, apartments, any place you don't have hookups. I love mine. So I'm glad you're enjoying yours. I haven't heard about the Zenny company, but that will be something that I can put in or try to put in on my blog and talk about that. Because if you like it, other people probably need to know about it too. Oh, Tanya's got the flu. I'm sorry, Tanya. So, Tanya's got the Samsung Galaxy S8. All right. I've got one of them. I think mine's older. S6 maybe. And Laurel says, now I can check my heart rate and pulse and stress level. Good deal. So you must like it then. And it's on Amazon, Michael. That's great. Good to know. I'm going to pull it up on Amazon so I can remember to try to remember, I should say. My memory lately is Swiss cheese. Let me see if I can type that in. Okay. All right, I've got it typed in, so hopefully I will remember to do it. So that'll be my reminder after I end the chat to go try to do that. So, and Stellar's asking Laurel, is there an app for that or to use the Fitbit? And Laurel's saying it's built into the phone to check your heart rate, pulse, and stress level. That's great. Oh, so it's a little small. Okay. Well, that's good. I'll try to remember to put that in too, because the 13-pound one sounded like a pretty good size. I know some of them only hold like 8 pounds, 6 pounds, 10 pounds. So, I bet you won't have a lot of problems selling it. I wouldn't think so because they're such a great product. I'm actually going to recommend to the local benevolence group here that helps, like the homeless and people who are struggling, because they have moms who will, and so far as I know, it's been moms who need laundry money. So they'll go to them looking for that. And so I'm kind of got the feeling that maybe this would help moms to, if they could somehow, get some at a discount or whatever, maybe it would help them for a while if they don't have a laundry where they live. So that's what I'm suggesting anyway. And Legendary Michael says, yeah, it's a good size, but I like the bigger ones. That's good. I can see that. I don't remember what size mine is. I would have to look on that. Maybe I can try to remember here. But I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad you like yours too. Because it really, there's pretty soon you pay for it really, really quickly. And there's no point in paying a laundromat if it'll help, because you can usually, these spin dryers, at least on mine, it gets the clothes dry enough you can hang them up and in short order. And I just forgot what I was going to say. Senior moment. Anyway, trash bag fashion lover, you may, if you like to recycle, you'll love the fact that this operates on very little electricity. So that's great. 80% dry. That's good. That's good. Excellent. Yeah, you won't have any trouble selling it. And Stellar says, I sold an old phone on the marketplace and it worked out really well. That's great. Because, Laurel, did I just see where you're going to put yours on marketplace, your old one? Okay, and she's saying that her phone keeps tracks of her steps or whatever exercise she's doing and measures the calories being burned. That's nice. So it sounds like your phone can literally replace your Fitbit. And that's awesome because it's one less thing that you have to keep up with in your life. Yeah. So I'm glad for you on that. And Stellar's looking at upgrading her phone and asking how much internal memory. That's good. And going back to the washing machine, Michael, and also Fashion Lover, It uses so little energy that I was able to run it on the solar system that I have on my van for probably, I would say, a good 4 to 5 hours. It was great. So it'll also be good to have when the power goes off. So, yeah. Laurel saying she lives in a high rise. They have a laundry room, but they're not allowed to have washers in the apartment. Yeah, that's pretty typical. And I don't know how, I talked to somebody the other day who got one of these, and I think she may have gotten a smaller one, but she sneaked it into her dorm room. She said she's used it all semester. So, of course, it just takes one person to mention something to the wrong person, and there's a little problem there. But her risk, not ours, which is good. Anyway, so, and so yes, I can too, Michael. Doing both simultaneously, it makes life so much easier. And Laurel's saying that she traded her phone in and got a $25 credit on her bill. That's awesome. We'll be back. Have to get food. Mom made turkey. Yay! We just bought another turkey at the store. I don't know what we're doing for Christmas dinner though, but it's nice to have it. 68 cents a pound. Can't go wrong there. So it does sound delicious, Stella. You're right. Aw. I think the dog's also afraid of my little things here. So cute. Oh, nice. Laurel says you don't have to wear it while you're doing the exercise as long as you have it within 50 feet. How does that work? Michael saying that the place he's living doesn't have hookups for washers and dryers, and that he and his mom were happy when they found a mini washing machine. You know, I never knew it was a thing either until I started researching for washing machines for an RV, and it's totally changed our lives. Oh, Laurel says they pay for the utilities, and that's the reason why that she can't have one. Okay, that makes sense. So, Laurel, fill me in on like how the phone works if you have it 50 feet away. Like, how does it know to record you? I'm intrigued. And it's waterproof. Excellent. You know, that's good. I read the other day where water was like the number one thing that people ruined their cell phones on. You know, if they have to ruin their cell phones in water, if that's what's happening, I hope a lot of people are going to the beach or the lake. You know, I hope they're not randomly dropping it in mud puddles. Yeah. Laurel's asking how I do laundry when I go camping. Um, I have the portable washing machine that we're talking about is what I use when I go camping. And so a lot of times there's water available even if you don't do full hookups. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it when you're out camping. And one is to get a bucket and take it over to where where they've got water hookups and physically pour the water into the washing machine with a bucket and take the bucket when it drains and go put it in their dump station. And then use another bucket, or depending on how much water you use, you may be able to use the same bucket or a second bucket rather, because you'll need one for rinse water and one for wash. But then you just pour them after it spins. You put it to close into the washer side, put the other bucket of water in it, and rinses it, and then put it back in the spin dryer and spins it out. Michael was saying it gets about 80% dry. I'll second that. Got a video on it, and we actually tried weighing the clothes before I put them in the spinner and afterwards, and had a really great result. So I take that, and that's what I use for camping, and it just makes it's more of a labor-intensive thing because it's not like your traditional washing machine, but it's super lightweight, and I can carry it, I would say maybe 10, 15 pounds max on the washing machine. That's empty. So, and it all drains out just by friction. I mean, friction. Listen to me tonight. Gravity. So, yeah, that's how. Yes, you can do the rinse when the clothes are in the spin dryer. And sometimes I'll do it that way. So, in which case, for that, you just take the clothes out of the washer, put it in the spin dryer, add the water to the spin dryer, and let them go. And there's a place where you can put a water hose if it'll fit. So, and just put the water in there and go with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's real easy. And they're not expensive either. There's comparatively. There's several different price points online from like 85 to 100. We paid a little under 100 for mine. So there you go. Oh, and Tanya is sharing her good news that she's only 50 pounds from her goal weight of 130. That's awesome, Tanya. That is awesome. And so Laura was saying that it's a little scary that earlier today the phone said her stress level was up and to sit down and take slow, deep breaths. I checked, sure was right. That's so interesting. That's going to be a good tool then for people who don't realize that they're anxious, because sometimes people don't, because it just builds and it catches up. Michael says I'll be getting another one in a couple of weeks. It's like 2 weeks. I can send you pictures when I get mine. That would be great. And what I can do is, like I said, I can put that on my blog. That would be great. Yeah, I mean, it's great. So, and Tanya's talking about her brother-in-law needing the phone that Laurel's got. That is great. And Michael, if you want to send the pictures later, I've got my email address down there in the description section. So go for it. Or at least I think I do. But it's Gayle at GayleCrabtree.com, just like my name is on the thing here. So. I've never heard, that is so interesting though, that the phone checks your stress level. Yeah. And talk to a doctor if you have concerns about your reading. Absolutely. See, that's why I go camping, to lower my stress level. And after this week, I want to go camping. Okay. Yeah, Michael would be great. I'm going to be doing some fine tuning on the blog too. Right now, I've got a mixture of travel and product reviews and stuff, and I'm behind on it. So, catching up. Those are good stress relievers, Tanya. Tanya's saying that she reads, writes, swims, paints, and draws. Yeah. So I go camping because I used to like to walk, but it's hard to walk when your leg doesn't work. Yeah. So, but that's just one of those things. Yeah. So, yeah. And Tanya says it sure is. Yeah. So I got a double challenge too. Not only does my leg not work well, but chlorine on an indoor swimming pool, because everybody says, "Oh, go swimming," but the chlorine triggers my asthma because it's the bleach. So double whammy. So springtime, maybe I can get in the pool. That's the big plan anyway. But sometimes my plans don't work out well. Okay, Laurel's saying that the phone keeps track of her sleep. Thought it went when I turned it off, but can leave it on. It must go by my vitals. That is so interesting. Do you have to wear a sensor or anything so it keeps track? Thank you, Michael. I can't check while I'm on the stream, but I can certainly check later, and I will. I appreciate you for sending those too. Don't let me forget to say that. Hey, y'all, don't forget, I've got 6 in the chat, 6 watching right now, and I don't see likes on this. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit me with the likes. As here's the way likes happen or work on YouTube rather, is the more interaction that I have on the channel, the more likely YouTube is to serve it. And the more likely YouTube is to serve it, the more people that I have see the channel. And the more people that interact, it's just this big circle. So it helps in several different ways. So, yeah. I feel like a nag for mentioning it though. That and super chat. And I never mentioned super chat either because it just feels weird. You know, I feel like I'm on here begging for money, so I don't mention that either. So, yeah. So, anyway. So I'm all intrigued by Laurel's phone. I think everybody else is too. So do you have to have a sensor with that? No, it has a live doctor to talk to if you have concern on your. Wow. Oh, okay, Stellar. She's taking out her. Okay. Stress biscuits, you take out all your anxiety while kneading. So that sounds like a good idea. And let's see. Where'd it go? Legendary Michael, I'm backing up in the chat here because it scrolled through. Something weird happened. I don't know what. But anyway, Legendary Michael saying it's okay when you have time to. I hope you got them. If not, I'll try to do it again. I'm sure I got them. If they didn't bounce back to you, then they must have landed in my inbox. And Tanya's laughing because she gets it about the biscuits. Laurel got a new hospital bed. Congratulations, Laurel. No, Legendary Michael, I totally understand about the money. Totally understand. How does Super Chat work? Do you need a credit card? Yes, you do. I think. Let me see. It's that little link down at the bottom that's got the $sign on it. There may be another way you can do it. I don't know. I usually use my debit card. So I don't know. I don't know if there's another way. I mean, I know how to do it with a credit card. So, but anyway, you don't have to. I was literally just saying that because it's like another thing I don't mention. Let's see. And Tony's saying she'll get the phone when she upgrades. It sounds really intriguing. So, Legendary Michael, is that the only way you can do it? I know I have it set up that way. So, and Laurel says that her bed is big enough for Tomlin to sleep with me. Laurel, I'm about to decide that no bed is big enough because he sprawls out all over it. And then he starts nudging you like in the middle of the night. Uh-oh. Hey, Herfords is in. Hey, Steve. How are you? And he says, hi, I'll be in then out. That's great. I'm glad to see you. And Legendary Michael says, yeah, he did it before. Okay. I didn't know if there was another way. I've always done it that way, so I don't know. Oh, my super chat's not working. You just tried. I wonder why it's not working. That's crazy. Let me make sure I have this thing monetized. I may have messed up and not monetized it. I did that once before, or actually twice before. Now I don't even know if I can get in and check the settings. Wait a minute. Okay, well, this says it's monetized. And checking, going to channel. Okay, monetization is enabled and super chat's enabled. So, I don't know why. I have no strikes, community guidelines, everything looks good. Partner verified. I have no clue why. Because it all looks like it should be working. If my view hours have fallen, okay. They fell a little bit last week because I missed the live stream, but it's been being pretty steady. So, I don't know. But that's interesting. So I got no answers for y'all, but I appreciate it. I mean, I've got PayPal if you guys really wanted to do something. I mean, that's my email address. So I don't know. But hello, Granny Monster, by the way. I don't think I said hi, but hi, Granny Monster. And Granny says, check your view times. Let's see. Give me just a second to go into that screen. Taking its sweet time about loading, which is reasonable since I'm streaming too. The view time on this chat, 18 minutes. So view time overall, I'm trying to load that now. Okay, I just locked up my screen, so give me just a second here. I think I had too much running. Okay. And in the meantime, I saw where Laura was saying that Candy takes up half her bed. Yeah. Dogs, cats. I agree with Allie that they are expandable. And they expand to take up any space given, even the entire bed. So analytics are loading. You see what it's doing here. At least my screen's not blocked up anymore. Let's see. Oh, Stellar, you're going? Okay. Bye, Stellar. Thanks for coming in. Aw. Thank you, Granny Monster, for the thought. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. And okay, now my average view time has dropped. Let me pull that back up. It dropped and then the screen locked up. Looks like it's dropped 4%. Yeah, it's dropped 4%. So I don't know. That's so weird. Yeah. Laurel says go on YouTube, check it out, or go play with it at your phone number. I have to do something. And Tony says Archer is over 70 pounds. Wow. And Laurel's saying that the battery isn't available, it's sealed. Okay. And not the view time for the month. I need 4K hours every 365 days. I'll go check that too. Hmm. Interesting. It looks fine. And Granny Monster says that Skittles is a little cat, but I think he grows into, and the screen just changed. I think he grows into a full-size lion at night at the bed he needs. Yep. And Tony's talking about all three dogs. And Granny says, due to the dynamic of the homestead changing a bit, my hours are changed to very early. Want to wish you and yours and the chatters a lovely holiday before I sleep. I'm going to have to check the time on your, how early is early for you, Granny? And Granny, this says, I'm up over 400,000 minutes, so I would have to do the math to figure out the hours. I'm sorry, 500,000 minutes for the past 365 days. So, I mean, it's not huge, but yeah. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. I will have to check into that. So I'll just have to ask YouTube. Granny Monster says, all right, dears, happy holidays. And she's been needing to get up at 5:30ish every morning. So I'll try to catch you early sometime. Yeah. And Michael's saying his dog hogs the bed too and stuff. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty early. But sometimes, yeah, like Tanya says, sometimes Tomlin will get me up that early. So we got up at 4:15 for the earthquake the other day, but that doesn't count. But yeah. In fact, it was weird, not weird, but it was funny because I actually blamed the shaking on the dog. So what happened was we heard the boom, and then boom, Tomlin is in there trying to wake me up because that's what he's trying to do. And so when you have that 90-pound husky pouncing on you on your bed, then you know it just shakes. So I blame the shaking on him. And then come to find out it was really the earthquake. Go figure. So yeah, but if he gets me up really early, I'll have to check out your channel, Granny. So, but I hope you have a wonderful holiday. So good night. And okay, Laurel's saying that the phone is over $700, but she only paid $250 per phone on the tax, and left with on two phones left with nearly $1,500 of equipment. That's awesome. That's awesome. I use the prepaid phones, so on that I have to pay for the phone myself. But it's really saved me. I may not have the most up-to-date phone, but it has saved me a ton of money on my phone bill because I use the Straight Talk phone. And so it's like it's $45 and it's got like 10 gig of high-speed data, and then it's unlimited after that. But now at 10, they do knock you down from 10 gigs. I think it drops to like 3 gigs. So yeah. And Tanya's asking what carrier. Yeah. But Laurel, that sounds like an awesome phone. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat Straight Talk. Except the only thing is when it comes to the phones. But I love mine. And I actually got I was so early on the Straight Talk phone because when I travel, you're always being exposed to new things when you travel. So I heard about it, and they didn't even have it in the stores. So I had to call 1-800 Walmart, and then they gave me the Straight Talk number from that. So yeah, it's been great. And she says she has to use an Android phone for the voice control options. I love that too. Now I've got mine set up with Google Assistant, and that takes care of a lot of the voice control things that I need. Yeah, that's true. They don't let you do hotspots, but the phone will sometimes, yeah, like you're saying, the phone will have it, but they don't let you do that. They have hotspots that they'll sell you. When I called and asked them about that, they said that using it as a hotspot takes up over the data that you pay for, which it's been a while since I talked to them about it, but I don't see how it would. But yeah, no tethering, no using it as a hotspot. I don't either, Laurel. I banished TV a long time ago. And Laurel's on T-Mobile. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah, and they've got some good phones on Straight Talk. And I like their Straight Talk rewards. I've gotten some great deals with Straight Talk rewards. So, and if you guys have Straight Talk and you don't know about Straight Talk rewards, you've got to check it out because it's really helpful. You can print off coupons to lots and lots of places. Tanya says, well, I'm still recovering, so off to bed. Good night, my friends. Good night, Tanya. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Y'all, she's doing so great. I'm so proud of her with weight loss and the service dog. She's amazing. Oh, and Legendary Michael says the phones are on sale for Straight Talk, which means I got to go over there because I've had my phone for a while. I don't even know how long. And the only other disadvantage about Straight Talk is when you travel out of the country, it doesn't pick up outside of the U.S. So that's the way it goes. So. Tonya, that'll be great to see your video about your weight loss surgery. That's pretty exciting. Okay, Legendary Michael says that the phones are on sale at Walmart. Okay. I'll go take a look at that. Because I love my phone. It's the Galaxy S7JS. I don't remember now. But I'll have to look. And I can't find it real quick and easy here on the settings. Oh, there it is. Galaxy J7. So, in a little while. But And I love it, but there's no onboard memory much. So I really don't know how much memory it has, actually. I'll admit to that. But I keep using it, whatever it is. So I'll go to download an app, and it'll tell me that this won't download. I have to get rid of stuff. And I've got an SD card. That's a problem about you can't always put things on your SD card off your phone. I was just checking. Yeah. Laurel says I have too many cell towers. That increases power. Good night, Tanya. Okay. That's good for the increased power. And Legendary Michael is saying, whoever hasn't watched the new Halloween movie, I don't know how you can watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen it. They scare me. Oh, and Laurel's saying there's no contract with T-Mobile. That's good. Because I love the no contract. Love, love, love it. Because there's nothing more frustrating than being locked into a phone that you can't use. I had years ago, what was that? US Cellular. And I moved from Tennessee to North Carolina. And the part of North Carolina I was in, they didn't have it, or vice versa. Anyway, I wound up with a phone I couldn't use. We were under contract, and it was a nightmare, absolute nightmare to get out of it. Because I was coming back and forth to take care of my grandmother, and one of the things that they tried to say was that, well, I was able to use the phone because I had a lot of minutes that I had used. I was like, yeah, I have a lot of minutes I could use, but none of them are local. So, but we finally got out of it. But it convinced me to go the no contract route. So yeah, definitely makes a difference. So that's good to know, Laurel. I'm glad about that. But yeah, and now you can get if you guys ever go to Canada, you can get AT&T has a phone that will work on the Canadian towers. It does not work great throughout all of Canada, but you know. Okay. Oh, and Michael's saying I think the $45 straight talk went up to 15 gigabyte for the internet. Huh. I didn't see that. I didn't know that, but that's great. I've got to get a refill card, so I'm sure I'll notice when I get the card. And Laurel's saying, oh, that's what I had. I had the Galaxy J7 Prime. I traded it in. My phone has a ridiculously huge amount of memory. That's great. And she says the towers are free, 1 cent per customer. That's awesome. That is awesome. Mm. Excuse me. But yeah, it's so frustrating to go through and download apps and find out you can't download them because there's not enough space. But, and I got to admit, I use my phone for everything. I've even written school papers on my phone. So part of that is because I like the dictation on the phone more than I like the dictation on my computer for Word. Word is great, but I always have my phone with me. So if I need to dictate something for a paper, I'll do it straight into my phone and email it to myself and then copy and paste and do all the edits that you have to do. Yeah. Laurel says I have free roaming and can call and receive calls from other countries. That's awesome. I have not tried calling and receiving calls from other countries. I just use Skype for that, so it would be handy. Yeah. There are times. I used Skype a lot, actually, when I went to Alaska this last time because of driving through Canada. Believe it or not, even with the AT&T prepaid phone, I was able to find Wi-Fi a lot more often than I could get a cell phone signal. So that's just the way it goes. Yeah. It's hard to beat it, though, for the cost. Laurel says, I have friends that live abroad, and some friends are missionaries. That is great. Yeah, so you would need that calling quite a bit then. That's not something Straight Talk does. I think that you can call. You might be able to call Canada with it though. Now that I say that, I'll have to double check that too. Because I'm trying to remember. I don't know for sure if you can or not. I want to say I've called Canada on it, but I may have used Skype when I called. So I have the little Skype membership thing. And I use that to call a lot. I use that to call Europe and overseas. So that's nice. Laurel says, I'll let you know if I start arguing with it. That's awesome. And Michael, I'm going to have to check into that. If they've raised that to 15 gig, that's going to be great. Because I'm all the time streaming stuff with it. Whether it's music or YouTube, I do that a lot. So when I was going to class, not this semester, I didn't need it, but semester before, I used it a lot to stream. Because like my English professor in early American history would assign these movies and these plays, and it was a lot easier for me to stream it during my 1 hour commute back and forth and hear it on. I mean, obviously you can't watch it, but you can hear it playing, and made a huge difference. Help me ace my classes. So, definitely not going to complain about that. But I did have to buy a couple of times. I went over that 10 gig. So, but you got to do what you can. At that time, I was a lot more worried about passing class than my gig limit on my cell phone. Yeah, and Laurel's saying, oh, yes, I do type on my phone and can do voice to text or type. Yeah, I do that. It makes life so much easier when you can use those voice controls. And sometimes, through Google Assistant, sometimes I just want to mess around and have some fun with it and just grab my phone and do crazy stuff like just hold it up and say, okay, Google, tell me a joke. And it always takes it a minute because I'm off Wi-Fi. Oh, it helps that I have my media turned on. Let me try this one again. Now that I have media turned on. Okay, Google, tell me a joke.
What do you do if you see a spaceman? You park your car, man.
Okay, so if you see a spaceman, you park your car, man. Not a great joke. And Laurel says, you know, Gayle, everybody has different needs. I'm just so glad that's my window to the world. In fact, I'm doing that now with you. That's so cool. That is so cool. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I love my Sunday night chats because it's just so much fun to hang out with everybody. Yeah. And Laurel says that T-Mobile pays her Netflix subscription. That's neat. Yeah, Straight Talk doesn't do that. But you get these great rewards and these great deals. So I guess they each have their own little quirk. Michael, do you ever use Straight Talk rewards? I've talked to a couple of people that didn't know it. It's like rewards.straighttalk.com. You have to sign up for it. Yeah. And let's see. Also, Michael, I just pulled it up while we're talking. Yeah, sometimes. That's great. Yeah, everybody needs a phone. Living by yourself or not. But yeah, especially. I mean, that does make it more important. But I think everybody needs a phone. Michael, I'm checking out, I'm screen sharing too right now. I'm checking out this Straight Talk, and it's still showing 10 gig on the website. So then there's an extended plan, 10 gig. Interesting. But yeah, just showing 10 gigs. But it would be real cool if it went up. So hopefully they'll have it showing pretty quick. And y'all don't forget to click that like button on the video. I mean, on the live stream, please. It really helps. And Legendary Michael says it's on Walmart. Awesome. In that case, since it's on Walmart, instead of refilling on the computer, I'll go in and buy a card because it sounds like that's going to be a lot better. So that'll be great. And Laurel says it's just like some people need a house or some just needs a 640 square foot apartment. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fine, Michael. I can find it on walmart.com. Totally can. Thank you though. Yeah, and the nice thing, Laurel, about especially if you live by yourself and you're in an apartment, if you make a lot of noise, somebody's going to hear you and they're going to get help. Yeah. And you like the Sunday night chats. That's good. Yeah, I'm a night owl too. Sunday at 9 just works great for me. I do it on. I say I do it. I'm supposed to do it on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock Eastern time also. this past week, I forgot it was Wednesday. So, I don't know. But yeah, it's life just got crazy. And Michael's saying, yeah, you can go on to Walmart.com, click on the $45, and they have pictures on it. On the second picture, it says 15. That's fabulous. I'll definitely have to check that out, because if it's going to be 15 through Walmart as opposed to 10 on Straight Talk, then I'm going to Walmart, because that extra 5 gigs is going to help. Because the way I use it, it helps. I had to increase or refill my card early one day last semester because I blew through the 10 gig. But, like I said, made A in the class, so I can't complain. But, nobody likes to take a hit in their pocketbook. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah. Michael said probably because of Straight Talk on their website, they didn't update it yet. How come not get $5? It's $55. It's unlimited data. I either didn't see it at the time or they didn't have it out. This was probably around midterms. So it would have been. It was midterms, but I mean, so it would probably have been around probably March. But yeah, I would have gotten it if I'd seen it. Because it's got that, it knocks you down to like 2 gig, and you can't do anything except basically check your email, check your Twitter, just basic stuff with 2 gig. But at least it's still there. You can still have use of your phone when you run out of that 10 gig. It's just, you can't stream on it. But yeah, they probably didn't update the website. Yeah. Or it could be a special thing that got worked out with Walmart. So either way, I'm going to go to Walmart and check that out. Yeah. Laurel says, I have unlimited on everything on my phone. My daughter-in-law, I have a friend that lives in a nursing home. I also have a second phone, so I can live stream on one and talk to on the other. Nice. Michael says, yeah, it comes in handy for me because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and other videos. There you go. Yeah, that data is important. I think it's neat that you have 2 phones for that, Laurel. I'm doing good to afford one. But yeah, it hadn't occurred to me to get 2. That's pretty cool. I just usually ignore it when somebody comes in and I'm live streaming. See, I've got somebody tweeting me here. Let's see if I can get into that. Somebody wanting to know what time my live stream is. That's funny. Let me try them back. That's funny. she knows. And I can say it's funny because this is a friend of mine. So, yeah. She gets it mixed up too. I guess we all do. It's hard to remember sometimes. And that's one thing I like about events, because you can set, if I can get it posted ahead of time, everybody can set a reminder. So that can really help. So let's see, now that I've got that done. And let's see. Let me get back to the chat here now that I've tweeted her back. And Laurel says she's got unlimited everything, my phone, my daughter-in-law, and a friend that lives in another. Okay. I also have a second phone so I can stream on one, talk on the other. I saw that. Michael, it comes in handy for me because I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Good. Okay, and let's see. Laurel says, Gayle, my building is completely concrete. Concrete ceilings, floors, and walls between apartments. You can't hear anything. Interesting. Yeah, I've not heard of concrete in between like that. That's pretty solid construction. Legendary Michael says, I hate my phone through Straight Talk, though. It's a ZTE Majesty Pro. The battery is garbage on it. I think that's why they don't sell it anymore. That's something I can say about this one is the battery on this one has been great until recently. I think it's probably I am notorious for having battery problems on all my phones eventually. And I really think it's because I'm always using it until it runs and drains completely. And then I'm back on there using it again. I'll charge it and get back on there and then lose it again. So I think it's just the way I use it. After a while, it just goes. So right now, that's what I'm going through. I have to keep it charged by plugging it in a lot. So I just carry a wall charger with me, and I carry my phone charger for the car, and I've got a great little battery pack that actually can be charged on solar or on the wall outlet. So that's really nice. Let's see. And Laurel's saying, no, I have 4 phones. I provide one for my daughter-in-law and my friend. I get all that for $220 a month, and that includes taxes. That's pretty cool. And mine runs about $50 a month with tax. So, but that's just for one phone. Let's see here. It may get loud. Doggy's doing whatever doggy's doing with my husband. So ignore the noise if it comes through, okay? He does get a tendency to get a little loud in the evenings. So, and we've got this, we've got this cat that's hanging around on our carport, and he'll hear it meowing. And let me tell you, he gets really loud for that when he hears the cat on the carport. And it's not, I don't even know where the cat's coming from, but it thinks it's living here part-time at least. Okay. And Michael says, I have a lot of apps on my phone and watch tons of YouTube videos. That could be why. And Laurel says, this year it's been a blur with my husband passing away and getting a new mobility scooter and hospital bed. I'm so sorry about your husband. And I know this must be a terrible time of year for that. So bless you, Laurel. That's all I know to say. But I'm glad you got a new mobility scooter and a new hospital bed, because that can make life a whole lot easier. I have thought about a scooter, but I'm afraid that I'll actually over rely on it. So as long as I can get by with this leg brace and not fall as much, that's what I'm trying to do. But there are times, like when we went to Walt Disney World, it would have been really good to have had a scooter. But not so much when I drove to Alaska, because I just wasn't on the go that much where I would have needed a scooter. And you can't take it hiking. So. Okay, here comes some noise, I'm afraid. I was right. Hopefully you don't hear that much. I'm sorry if you do. So. But he's a noisemaker, as all animals are. And I know, Laurel, you mentioned your dog earlier. Does yours make a lot of noise too? And Legendary Michael says, where did everyone go? Well, pretty much. Let's see. Tanya was, I think, bedtime. Stellar's phone was dying. Somebody else's phone was dying. In and out, we have Steve, which is Herfort's. Great, neat guy, by the way. Really neat guy. Wicked sense of humor. So, but a couple of other people's headphones dying. So, okay, yeah, it's just us. And I got to tell you, usually I do the chat for about an hour. So what I thought I would do is cut it in about 15 minutes, unless you all get bored first. So, but yeah, it's just us right now. Oh, and Laurel says on my phone it can be charged on a charger that you don't need to plug in. It's a charging base. That can be hugely helpful. And Laurel says, yeah, that's what's been tired. Yep, gotcha. Yeah, you'll be all set if you ever go to New York, because last time I went, we had the hardest time finding a place that I could charge my phone. And this was not a time for me to have left my little charger at home, but I accidentally didn't get it packed. And we ran all over Midtown Manhattan trying to find a place to charge the phone. Starbucks has those little charging stations like you're talking about. And okay, Legendary Michael says, no, I'm fine. I have nothing else to do. Well, thank you for hanging out. But I was running around New York City looking for charging stations because Starbucks had the little chargers on the table. And so that's what they used. And I could rent a charger, but it was like $10 to rent it. And it was a disaster with my phone because it was taking forever to charge. So it's really good for you that you've got that built in, because I think more places, this was like a pilot thing for Starbucks, and it sounded from the way the employees were talking that they're looking at rolling that out throughout the country. And, you know, if Starbucks does it, somebody else is going to also. I mean, it's going to happen. And so I asked Laurel a minute ago if her dog makes a lot of noise, and she said, no, she's quiet, and she's a Chihuahua. That's good. But now, Laurel, I do have to admit, I've not heard of a quiet Chihuahua before. So you must have the jackpot when it comes to Chihuahuas. Because that's great. And she's saying that sounds fine. So, okay, there we go. And Legendary Michael says, "Oh, I have a toy Chihuahua. All mine does is bark." Those are Chihuahuas are really cute. But all the ones that I've known have been barkers. So congratulations to Laurel on having one that's not. If it does bark, I guess it's good for you that you do have those concrete walls and he can't be heard. But on the downside, like with me, I would kind of want the neighbors to hear in case something happens. I mean, we're in a house, but so they're not going to hear. But just in case, like if I was in an apartment or something, I would want that because with Tomlin and other service dogs can be trained to bark and to keep barking until somebody comes. So I would want that. So I guess it's a double-edged sword, though. So, yeah. So do you all have the little bags and purses and things that you can carry your Chihuahua in? Because it's so cute. Oh, my shoulder's acting up. Sorry. Okay. And Laurel talking about the phone says, yes, because the port is the part that gets damaged and needs to be replaced. And that's true because on a lot of the phones, that's what goes the first thing. And Michael says, yeah, just me. They are. I have one. That's neat. Aw, does she get to wear? You get to buy those cute little sweaters, don't you? Yeah. And you got her from Arizona. Aw. Yeah. They look so cute in the sweaters. Now, that is something I can't do with a 90-pound husky because he's got this hugely thick double coat and it does not lend itself well to anything on it. And like in the summer, I don't use his service dog vest a lot because it's so hot. You know, you go outside and it's 100 plus degrees in the south in the summertime, and the dog's got this double thick coat. The last thing I want to do is throw a service dog vest or anything on him because it's just extra heat. So that's cool. And Laurel's saying life is hard enough. So the phone is her lifeline, which is awesome. And says, I've had Chihuahuas for over 52 years, Gayle, is how you raise them. Well, I have to say, I'm really impressed. Because they've all, and probably the people that I know that had the Chihuahuas that barked a lot, they may not have known that they could train them like that. Michael says he'll be right back. I have to do something. Okay. Laurel says I've always taught my dogs to bark on command. This way it only barks when you want them. Good for you. One thing about the Husky, they're not prone to bark, but they mouth off. And this one's a mix. So, and unfortunately, the one thing I was really hoping that he would do is howl. And so he didn't, that's the portion that he didn't get. So not on a real loud basis. Sometimes he'll try, and it's kind of like 10% maybe of what other huskies will do. It's not at all what you think of as a husky howl. So, but he mouths off, and it says rah rah rah, and he knows that, like, if he wants to go outside, he'll go to the door and he'll go ow ow. And it was the funniest thing, but yet he's not prone to barking, but he will if something's wrong. So yeah. And Laurel said Candy loves her clothes. That's great because they're so cute. You know, it's like buying things for kids. You go to the store and you see these cute little outfits every time I'm in PetSmart. So, but yeah, doesn't work on him. But what you gonna do? Just love them. Yeah, we're talking about you. Oh, we got Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Hi, Helga. How are you tonight? Yeah. It's good to see you. We don't get to cross paths that much. Part of it may be because I'm not usually on this late. But this has been fun. It's kind of died off, though. And Helga, I tried one of your recipes the other day. I think it was your channel where you talked about the cabbage. I want to say the lady's name may have been Beth that you got it from. It was a scalloped cabbage, and that was great. It was a real big hit with my husband. Oh, yeah, that was talking about the charity. And I'm glad you're doing good. And Helga's mentioned the Black Friday charity event. That was it's Ruth's scalloped cabbage. I'm sorry, I had the name wrong. I'm sorry. But it's really good. It's like super good. And you had told me that it would be good to take to a church dinner, and you nailed it. It was great. So yeah. And you're talking about the Black Friday collab. And you all that are on YouTube, look for this again next year, because the collab with Valerie Reese, we raised over $600 for her church to do a lot of outreach work. So the kids who need backpacks, clothes, toys, and she makes these cute little hats and scarves, and she knits them and crochets them, and she just does a lovely, lovely job. So we all got together on Black Friday and it did this huge event. Pet Monster, Granny Monster, everybody was great. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah. And Michael says, I'm so happy I contacted a company on Amazon about my mini washer machine had died. I had both, and they said they're going to be sending me another one. That is great. Congratulations on that, Michael. Amazon's been a really good company to work through when it comes to customer service issues. So, you really just can't beat them because eventually something's going to go wrong. That's just the way life works. Yeah. And Laurel says, I left a service group saying a service dog shouldn't bark. They were bashing people who has a service dog that gives a bark for a task. That is so wrong. I'm glad you left. Because there are sometimes, you've got to have a dog that will get help for you. And the way dogs get attention is by barking. That's what they do. So I don't understand why somebody would bash a service dog for barking on a task. So, and Laurel says, I'm enjoying this time. And she says, oh, that sounds good. Cabbage is good for my stomach. Yeah, go to Helga's channel and look for that scallop cabbage recipe. It's delicious. Let me see if I can actually pull that up. Helga, do you mind if I do that? If I screen share so they can see what the recipe is? And Legendary Michael says, my toy chihuahua, all she does is barks. And what I'll do is I won't share because the recipe is hers, but I'll share her channel so you can see it and you'll know you're at the right one. So give me just a second to get it typed in. Find it. So, but I do have to admit, as this is coming in, I think you showed it being made in a cast iron skillet, and I made mine in glass because of taking it. But it was still delicious. And this thing's coming in, so give me just a minute here. It was really easy to make too, Laurel. So if you try it, it's nice because it's easy. Okay, now it's starting to come in. You pause it. Okay, here we go. You get this. If I hit the right buttons, close that out. Okay, now here we go. This is her channel. Elga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Oh, and there's my comment. How cool. Well, and let me take you to her main page. Just so you know what it looks like. So there you go. There you are. That's the main page. So that way, make for sure that you're on the right page. And just exactly what the what the video on that looks like. So there you go. Thank you, Helga, for allowing me to show that. And Laurel says, wow, that's great. Our church used to do Christmas shoe boxes with all kinds of things for kids. So, yeah. And you missed the early part of my live stream where I was talking about kids, and last week was just insane. But one of the things I had to do last week was run around trying to get Christmas presents for 2 kids. And then I heard about another one today. So I get to do the same thing all again while trying to figure out what to get for an 11-year-old girl. So I think I got some good ideas board game, art stuff, stuffed animal. So definitely things for me to look at. But it's so important. And I think that people too, one of the things that I like about Valerie's church is that her support is ongoing that they do. Plus she's a dynamite YouTuber. So yeah. And let's see. Let me get back caught up in chat just a little bit here. Da-da-da. It was good one for you guys. Recipe, that's fine. And Laurel says, well, that's great. Our church used to do shoot. And Helga says it's fine in any casserole dish. Ha. And she laughs, ha ha. And she says that caused a person have severe panic attack. That's scary. And Helga says, thanks, Gayle. That was sweet of you. I've actually have kept meaning to go to your channel to let you know that I did that, because I think that sometimes we have folks who say they're going to do something and then they never do. So you never know for sure if somebody's being nice or they actually do it. So I kept meaning to go to your channel and let you know that you did it, that I did it, and it was great. So I'm sorry. So now I'm really glad I get the chance to say that. So, and Legendary Michael says, I would love to stay, but I'm going to go watch the new Halloween movie. Talk to you later when you're live again. That'll be great, Michael. I'll be here next week at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Laurel, yeah, she does actually have other cabbage recipes. And Laurel saying yes. Okay. Michael, when you come back in, if you haven't left, when you come back in, let me know how the movie is. They're scary for me, and I don't watch them, but I always like knowing if movies are good or bad. So. And Laurel says, thank you. And Helga says, I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I mean, because we never know. But I learned how to make the casserole from you. Jan Creason was able to help me with gravy, so now I know what I was doing wrong there. And Carry On Jeff and John gave the hint for some great smoked paprika potatoes, which I never have heard of before, and they were great. So, and Laurel says, yes, need doesn't end at Christmas. No, it doesn't. But people forget about it during the rest of the year. So, yeah, but you're right. And that's, I think, something that we all need to be very aware of, that it doesn't stop, especially like during summer. That is the worst time of year for most food pantries, because people are off on vacation, so they're not donating. And that's just when kids are home, and if they've been getting free and reduced lunch at school and suddenly they're home, family has to feed them. And sometimes that doesn't go well. So there's more pressure on pantries at a time when sometimes there's the least amount of donations coming in. So yeah, that's my plug there for helping food pantries. My good old social service background coming into play. So, yeah. But that's another, I talked about that on the live stream. So if y'all want to hear that, feel free to go back to the Create Not Hate Black Friday live stream video I did. And yeah, it's a good cure for insomnia, that portion. Because it sounds like that you're already there. But yeah. And please, 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 while y'all are here, don't forget to click the like button. It's very appreciated. But, yeah. So, but yeah, Helga, I'm glad to finally get a chance to tell you that. And check out your channel. Yeah, Laurel, I can't do scary movies either, but it's still nice to know because, like, you talk to people and, you can always say, yeah, I heard that movie was good or not. And so you can at least talk about them about the movies a little more intelligently in conversation. So that's nice. Yeah. And let's see. My friend who tweeted me back and said, oh, now, and this fits because we were just talking about phone batteries earlier. And so she just tweeted me back and said, oh, I can't come in now. I have to go plug up my phone. It's about dead. Hope you have a good chat. So thanks, Gloria. Appreciate that. But yeah, I'd say it's been a pretty good chat. Well, you have a big heart, Gayle. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's more of understanding. And I think a lot of people, when they hear about needs, will try to help if they know how. And you got to make it easy for some folks. So I try to do that. You only go around once. There's enough crap in the world. If you can add some beauty or some fun to it, we're all that much better, right? So, yeah. And Laurel says, you're right. In Ohio, we have free lunches for kids in the summer at the recreation centers. That's good to know. Because it really helps the families. And people who give, they don't think about the fact that, food stamps only go a certain way so far. So, yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, I said I was going to end the stream at 11. So, naturally, I got to talking and blew right past that. So, but Laurel, it's been great hanging out with you and talking with you. I'm glad we got the chance to catch up. And your phone sounds super exciting. Yeah, the only boys I have here are my husband and dog, and no, they're both still up. I can hear them. They're playing. So, yeah. But Laurel, thank you for hanging out. Couple of people that are still here. Well, one other person that's still here. Thank you very much. Thank you all for any likes you left on the live stream. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening. Laurel, I hope you have a super night. So thank you for watching. Yeah, they are. So, but thank you for watching. I'll see you. Yeah, I don't know. I always try to think about what's the other person going through, It's important. Just, anything you can do to help make the world a better place. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And thank you again so much for coming out, because it's been great to catch up with you. So, but you take care. Have a good night. And hopefully I'll get to talk to you again soon. So, and y'all that are watching or might watch it later, if you see it till the end, thanks for being part of watching it. And I'll see you out about and online, kind of my traditional send off there. So thanks. And bye, everybody.